Morning fix ongoing right now. We jump straight to the paper. Some of the stories making the headlines. In as much as we're having budget cuts everywhere, according to Treasury, right now we're looking at a situation whereby there is a crisis that might be looming as Treasury fails to release 30 billion to counties.
That's right. Of course, this is their equitable share of the revenue that they're supposed to get by the 15th of the beginning of every quarter. And so far, they've released, the national government has released about 30 billion less to counties. By the end of June, the Treasury had released about 354 billion out of the budgeted 384. So there's a deficit there that is affecting the operation of counties.
Yes, and if that is anything to go by, it means that there's a deficit and ordinary operations within the county might actually be affected. So looking at Treasury, it released some amount of money also earlier on, and the percent it was released in June. That is 67.4 billion. That is 19% of the released funds in June. Left some counties under pressure to put the money into use before the end of the fiscal year, exposing billions of shillings to risk over wastage and misuse. We're also looking at a situation whereby a total of 35 counties have not received their allocations, that is of over 500 million shillings each.
500 million shillings each. There's those that have not received about $1 billion, including Nairobi, which has not received 1.6 billion. 1.8 billion was to go to Nakuru, 1.05 billion to Turkana, and 1.03 billion to Kakamega.
Other heavily affected counties, terms of absolute monies not released as of June were Kiambu County, that is 978 million shillings, Kilifi 968 million shillings, Mandera at 930.6 million shillings, Bungoma 889 million shillings, and Kitui 866 shillings. And of course, the failure to send all budgeted equitable shares of revenues to counties by the end of the fiscal year comes after Treasury also failed to release 29.6 billion in the 2021-2022 financial year. So meaning the counties have been operating on deficit.
That's right. And I think this is something that is in the headlines every time we are opening a new financial year or a new quarter. The Council of Governors is always saying either give us more as far as this revenue share is concerned, or you haven't released what was already promised to us. It just seems like a continuing cycle, but we do understand we're in a budget crunch. I don't know, however, how we can plug some of these holes to make sure that counties also get their equitable share.
Actually, a big gut punch to all the vendors and suppliers within the counties, because there's a lot of money owed to them, and it's also from the previous government, so it actually makes it hard to work with government. Chris Kirubi, an industrialist, always said never work with government. I don't know why he said that.
That's so funny because he did a lot of business with government himself. Very interesting.
Mariam,
Maybe watch what they say, not what they do.
alikuwa na float.
Hey, true.